I'm saying this now and I genuinely believe this. What we are about to get, we should have got for 151. Every single unit of Pokemon has an illustration rare or secret illustration rare in the new black and white sets. And there's no better way to look through the set than to just bang out a tier list of every single one of those cards. We have a huge amount of Pokemon to get through. Let's get straight into it. Welcome to the channel, guys. If you're new here, we focus on Pokemon investing for people who love the franchise and want to enjoy the hobby while still having a collection that maintains some value. So we're going to do the list from F to S like normal, and then we'll have the GOAT tier. Only one Pokemon card is allowed into that tier. It's the best card from the set, in my opinion. So a lot of the cards in the top two tiers, A and S, I would potentially think about investing in the future. It's up to you guys to decide which ones you want to choose. Secondly, I'm going to bundle the evolution line together when I talk about them. I think that makes sense. A lot of the ratings were done based on how cards in that line look relative to each other. And then lastly, anything between the B and D tier, I'm not going to go into huge amounts of detail for. A, F and S, I'll go into a little bit more. Enough waffling, let's jump straight into this. The screen's open here and we're going to start off in order of the Unova Pokedex. That starts us off with Victini, actually 000, and straight away this gets banged into the S tier. There's just no other tier for me for this card. It's one of the best looking cards in the entire set. It gives me Bubble Mew vibes. It's got the Pokemon in the middle. It's a simple looking card. There's nothing crazy about it, but it does simple so damn well. It also comes in the collection box, and a quick tip from me, this is equivalent in my opinion to the Kingdra and Greninja collection boxes. That's the level of collection box we're talking about here. Must buys, and buy a bunch of them if you can. Like, they are going to be really good investments. Next up, the starters, Snivy, Servine and Serperior to start us off. These get A. I've given Snivy an A because it looks really cool, gives me Bumblebee vibes as well. Servine is also cool, kind of looks like the Bulbasaur and the Ivysaur from 151. And then Servine just kind of drops off. For an SIR, I think you need to do better than this. I'm sure it will be good in person, it's just not great. It's B. Next up we have Tepig, Pignite and Emboar. I've gone ACA here. Tepig is insane. This is one of the cutest looking cards I've ever seen. Pignite is so mid, and then Emboar really looks cool. One thing, and this is one of my major gripes from the set, is that I wish all the evolutions had SIRs. All the starters had SIRs. But yeah, ACA. Ending the starters with the water line, we've gone Oshawott, Duot and Samurott. These are so close to perfect. I've gone AAA, especially Duot in my opinion. But all three across the board are so cool. They invoke some crazy emotion, and Samurott looks so sick in this card. So yeah, AAA. Both Patrat and Watchog are mid and stay in the C tier. Lillipup, Herdier and Stoutland take it up a notch. They're not quite A tier, but they're much better than mid. It's a B tier card. My favorite of the three is definitely Herdier, but I think all three are nice. Next up we have Purloin and Liepard. Again, two Bs here. Liepard could potentially have gotten an A, I just don't think it cracks that threshold. They're both nice looking cards though. Starting us off with another elemental trio, we have Pansage and Simisage, the green grass monkeys. These really surprised me. I hate the monkey Pokemon across the board, all three of them, all three lines. But these got Bs, both of them. I think especially Simisage has a really cool, different looking artwork. So I give them a B. Pansage and Simisage didn't quite hit the heights of their green brothers in arms, and I give them Cs across the board. And pretty much the exact same thing goes for Pampor and Simipour. Cs, slightly better than the fire ones, but still not quite there for me. Next up, Munna and Mashana. These ones I think people are actually really gonna like, but for me it wasn't anything special. Definitely not C tier, but B tier. And I think Munna for me was close to an A tier. The regional birds come up next. Both Pidove and Tranquil get Cs. I think they're mid, bang average cards. But then Unpheasant kind of saves this evolution line, takes it up a huge notch to A. I'm really happy they gave us both variants of Unpheasant. I think this is an insane looking card. If this was an SIR, I think it would go really hard. Blitzel and Zebstrika. I know that Zebstrika is a lot of people's favorites, and I think they did that unbelievably well. Blitzel, pretty mid with a C, but Zebstrika gets an A. This is a dynamic, action-packed card. I really like this card. I think the colors are insane. Roggenrola, Boldore and Gigalith. Both Roggenrola and Boldore are below mid in my opinion. There's just nothing here, any creativity, nothing. It's kind of boring. But then Gigalith, similar to Zebstrika, takes up a huge notch. It's incredibly dynamic, a lot going on. Huge fan of this card. I'm giving it an A. Woobat and Swoobat, these are for the people who like the trippy artworks. For me, it just doesn't do it. C's, both of them. And that brings us to one of the most disappointing evolution lines we've had so far. Drillbur and Excadrill. These cards fall so flat, especially Drillbur. I'm giving it our first F tier. It is just plain ugly. I don't know what it's doing. Drillbur should be really cool. It's one of the coolest Pokemon from Gen 5 and it just looks so boring and ugly. Not a huge fan. The same thing for Excadrill. I'm giving it a D. It's a much better looking card than the Drillbur, but it's an SIR and it's doing nothing. It's just standing there. Really disappointing. Really flat. They could have done so much more. I'm really disappointed with these two cards. And we go from bad to worse. Ordino, F tier. If I need to explain to you why, you need to think about why you're collecting Pokemon cards. This is fugly. Now look, if you like this card, fair play. But I hate Ordino and I hate these crocheted looking cards. Put that together, it's a fat F tier card. Right, we're getting a bit better now with Timber, Gerda and Conkeldurr. Both of the first two are C's, they kind of fall flat. We've seen Timber before as an AR and it was decent. This gives me the exact same vibe. Conkeldurr takes it up a huge level. This was this close to S tier. It's giving me that Neon Wave, Stranger Things vibe. One of my favorite fighting type Pokemon and they did this really well. Huge W. And then we just fall flat again. Tympole, Palpitoad and Seismitoad. I love this line, but it is so boring and so average. Tympole is the best of the three. The other two are just plain ugly. C, D, D. I'm going to put these two together. Throat and Sork, the martial arts duo. They get a D and a C respectively. Next up, Sewaddle, Swadloon and Leavanny. I'm a massive fan of Leavanny, so I wanted this to be really good. But generally, it was kind of mid. I give C, D, B. Sewaddle is pretty nice looking. The colors are actually pretty nice, but it's just mid. There's nothing special happening. Swadloon is boring as hell, and Leavanny does take it up a level. Gives me the same vibe as Tranquil. I think it's cool, but I don't think it's elite. So literally everything I just said about that last line is the exact same thing I'm saying for Venipede, Whirlipede, and Scolipede. I love Scolipede, and they just didn't do bits for this. Slightly better middle evolution than the last one, but we go C, C, B. Cottony and Whimsicott, D and D. Boring and even more boring because it's an SIR. We need higher quality SIRs than this. Flat. Petilil and Lilligant, I'm going C and then a big jump to A. Lilligant here looks really cool. I'm a huge fan of Lilligant. I think the sky and background compared to the forefront and the flowers that are in the bottom look amazing. I'm giving Basculin a C. I don't like Basculin. I had no hopes for this card. I didn't care about this card. C. Next up, Sandile, Krokorok and Crocodile, a line that I really wanted to be one of the best from the set, and to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed. Sandile looks exactly the same as the boring AR we got before. Krokorok ups it a little bit, but it's still nothing special. And then Crocodile, I'm giving it a B. It's kind of flat, it's got a little bit of swagger about it. For what it is though, one of the best cards from the entire generation. It should have been better. The first fire types I got from Gen 5, Darumaka and Darmanitan. I'm not really too bothered about Darumaka, I give it a D, I think it's below mid. And then I think Darmanitan is above mid. Gives me the same kind of vibe as Crocodile. It's got an energy and swagger about it. A bit of excitement, but it doesn't quite hit the A tier for me. Next up, Maractus, F. This is so ugly. I don't even know what it's doing. It's just jumping in the middle of nowhere. It's ugly. F. Nothing else needs to be said here. Next up, Dwebble and Crustle. I like this card for Dwebble. The reflection in the bottle, that's cool. I like that. It invokes some sort of emotion. There's a story there. Cool looking card. I give it a B. Crustle, mid. I give it a C. Right, Scraggy and Scrafty, another line I really want to be good. And here we have such a good start. Scraggy is so cool here. So cheeky, so devilish. It looks like it's up to something. B. I like this card a lot. And then from there, we take it up to an absolute F. One of the fuggliest looking cards in this set. Why do you have to do my boy Scrafty like this? You got such a cool card here in Scraggy. You could go to the next level, get a leader of the pack kind of vibe with Scrafty, and you've given me this fugly looking card. F. All day F. Sigilyph, it's got that trippy feel again. Not for me. C. Next up, one of my favorite ghost type Pokemon from the region, Yamask and Cofagrigus. Yamask, C, mid. And then from there, we go absolutely fire with an A Cofagrigus. This card coming out, the hands are all everywhere. It's looking so menacing. I love this card so much. It gets an A this close to an S, just like Conkeldurr. Insane looking card. Tortuga and Caracosta. Tortuga, I like the Atlantis kind of feel. B. And then Caracosta, mid. C. Right, this next one we need to talk about Arkin and Archeops. Now, Arkin for me, F. This is ugly, mate. I don't know what they're doing. Absolutely ugly. And then I saw the Archeops and I thought the exact damn same thing. It's an F. Slept on it. And overnight, don't know what voodoo they did on me. Don't know what spell they played on me. But it's gone to an A tier. I think this card is crazy good. I don't know what they did. I don't know what happened to me overnight. One of my favorite cards from the set now all of a sudden. It's crazy how the first part of the evolution is an F and now this is an A. But Yeah, that's how it works. Trubbish, Garbodor. Some people are going to pump this. I know you got them trolls out there who are going to do their thing, but I'll go C and C. And finally, we're on an evolution line that actually looks sick. Zorua and Zoroark, it needed to look good because I love both of these Pokemon and they both get A's. Zorua has that really cool moonlit background, insane looking card, and Zoroark with the greens, the purples, the blues, it looks so conniving and dark. I love these cards. Really, really good job, Pokemon Company. Not that they give a damn whether I think it's a good job or not, but yeah, nice work. Next up, Chinchino and Minchino. I'm not the biggest fan of the Chinchino. I think it's average C, but Minchino is really, really, really cool. It's got the coffee, it's got the books. Any bookworms, any people who like coffee, this is going to be for them. It's got a really warm feel. A. I like this card a lot. Gothita, Gothorita, and Gothitelle. This whole line is really good. Gothita and Gothorita both get Bs. They're both cool, cute, and also they got a nice simple artwork. I think really works well. B tier for both. And then Gothitelle, some cards you buy because you like the Pokemon. Some cards make you like the Pokemon more. This is a beautiful looking card. It's so simple, all black, the moon on top. A tier all day. Next up, Solosis, Duosion, and Reuniclus. Yeah, these three are pretty cool. B, C, B, especially the Solosis has got the exact feel of Bubble Mew. I keep referencing Bubble Mew, but it just does. But yeah, either side of the evolution line do slightly better than the middle evolution in my opinion. Ducklet and Swanna. I didn't care about Ducklet before, still don't care about it. C tier. Swanna, I didn't care about before, and I kind of care about a bit more now. I like the fact there's a flock of swans together. I'm pretty sure you call swans a flock, but yeah, I like that whole look. I'll give it a B tier. Next up, Vanillite, Vanillish, and Vanillux. They're going to be hated on because they're ice creams. Why did they make ice cream Pokemon? No idea. Ask the Pokemon Company. Vanillite looks the same as Bubble Mew. They keep doing this. I don't know why they keep doing it, but I don't hate it. I give it a B. Vanillish, pretty nice as well. I give it a B. Better than mid. Vanillux, this is a sick looking card. It's the same vibe as Grusher from Paldea Evolved, I think. A. Love this card. Deerling and Torsbuck. Remember when we got that amazing connecting card feel? Yeah, they didn't do that this time. They gave us two mid C's. Next up, the flying rat that is Emolga who like to curse us all with Volt Switch. D. Below mid. Carablast and Excavalier. D and C. Bungus and Amoongus, two mid cards. I never really liked either of them as Pokemon. I kind of like what they tried to do for Amoongus, but it's just mid. C and C. Next up, Frillish and Jellicent. I like what they did with Frillish here. It's very blue and that tends to work with Pokemon cards. I give it a B. And then Jellicent, the SIR, an improvement from what we've seen before for sure. I like the moon and the underwater dark feel. I give it a B as well. Amola Lola. Aloma Lola. Aloma Mola. Alomo Mola. What the f? Aloma Lola. D. Joltik. Galvantula, this is a hand rubber, mate. A and A, especially Galvantula. Mate, look at those webs. This is so close to S. This is about as close to S as you can be. This is insane. Both of them are really cool. Cute and then strong and powerful. Love it. A and A. Ferroseed, D, that is a very boring looking card. And Ferrothorn, B, that is a much more improved looking card. I actually quite like the big arms and strong feel it has. Up next, Clink starts us off with a mid card. Clang continues mid. C and C. I'm thinking, can we continue C? Get the whole line feeling pretty mid. There's nothing wrong with that. But no, Pokemon have only gone and given us a massive F. This is so damn ugly. Look at this card. What is with this plasticine, plastic? What is it? It's so ugly, man. And I actually like Kling Clang. Why ruin him for us? I think it's an ugly looking card. On to the next. Next up, another line that just had to be good because I love this line so much. Tynamo, really good start. B, keep it going, big man. This is insane and it makes me like Tynamo more, right? Electric, this is flat. D, I don't like it, but we still have hope because Electros is my favorite from the line. C. It's boring. It's a more boring version of Crocodile. I'm just boring. Next up, Elgium and Behem. Alien Pokemon. I like them more as time goes on. C and B, very respectable. Right, this next one, I need a bit of time for this, man. Litwick, Lampent, and Chandelure. Litwick, A. This is sick. Moonlight is cute, but also scary. You don't want to look it too long in the eyes. A. Lampent is giving me Hogwarts vibes. Great Hall is coming up next. Chandelure. This is one of the best cards from the whole set. It's majestic. It's royal. It's haunting. You got the flowers. AAS. That's what I'm giving this. AAS. The only negative I have for this whole line is that Chandelure should have been an SIR. But this is perfect. This is so close to perfect. Right, this next one I need a couple seconds to speak about as well. Axew, Fracture, Haxorus. If you know me, you know I love this Pokemon line. It's one of my favorite lines, top 10 Pokemon lines. Is it actually top 10? I don't know, I just made that up, but it's definitely in my favorites. Axew starts us off well, very respectable B. It's cute, setting us up nicely. Fracture takes a little dip. It's a little boring, but I like the idea of the dinosaur print or dragon print. That's insane artwork. Haxorus. Haxorus. You've only gone and smashed an S, mate. This is top tier Pokemon art. This has SIR written all over it. All over it. People want to talk about Hydreigon. Move aside, pal. Haxorus is the main man, the main dragon from Gen 5. S tier all day, every day. Cubchoo, Beartic, B, D. It's Bubble Mew all over again. And then a boring looking card afterwards. Simple. Cryogonal, D. Next up, Shelmet and Eskelgor, C and B. I like the kind of dark vibe of Eskelgor. He's mysterious. That's cool. Stunfisk. This has got D written all over it, really. Boring. Right, Mienfoo, Mienshao. This had to be good because I love Mienshao. And if I love a Pokemon, I expect the card to be good. I give it a B for Mienfoo. Setting us up nicely for a majestic looking A. This is a lovely looking card. I love the other art rare we got, or illustration rare we got. And this matches it. A. Amazing looking card. Druddigon, C. I think it's kind of warm and happy and nice looking card. Golett and Golurk, I'm giving a C and a B. I like the simplicity of Golurk especially. I think it's a nice looking card. Right, another one with big expectations, Pawniard and Bisharp. I'm going D for Pawniard. Very boring looking card. And then C for Bisharp. I'm not sure I'm a fan of this half 3D animated looking realistic thing. I don't know. Not a huge fan. Right, Bouffalant and SIR. We're giving it a B. Why are we giving SIRs to Bouffalant? I'm not sure. I'm not sure anyone loves it so much to the point where it needs an SIR. But it's a nice looking card. And I like the fact there's a lot of green, a lot of blue. And it's quite a nice art style. I'll give it a B. Next up, Rufflet and Braviary. I'm giving Rufflet a D. This is a really ugly looking card, but I appreciate the simplicity of the artwork, and that saves it from the F tier. And then Braviary pumps it up to an A. Really cool, strong, powerful looking card. Next up, the counterpart, Vullaby, which gets a C, and Mandibuzz, which gets a B. Mandibuzz has a dark red feel. I quite like that. Heatmore. I'm sure there are going to be people who like this card, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. C. And I know there are some big Durant fans, but again, not my favorite, and this card is pretty average. C. And our huge hitter, Dino, Zweilous, and Hydreigon. Did it live up to the Haxorus line? The first two just didn't. Dino, boring, C. Zweilous, ugly D. Could have been F. Really could have been F, but I was generous here. And then Hydreigon, SIR. It needs to kind of save SIRs because we haven't had a big SIR here, and it does exactly that. Probably one of the best cards from the entire set. It's an S tier card. That's how damn good it is. Unbelievable looking card. Next up, the Volcarona line. Both these cards have a prehistoric feel to them. I think the Larvest is pretty mid. I give it a C, but the Volcarona is beautiful. The patterns in this card are insane. The shiny wings, everything about this card is really, really cool. The contrast between the black and the red, I give it an A. Love this card. And into legendaries, starting us off with the Three Musketeers, Cobalion, A. Strong, powerful, very, very assertive looking card. I really rate this card a lot. We've gone from a great looking card to a very mid looking card. C for Terrakion. Just really boring and flat. Not a fan. And then luckily Virizion comes back and saves the trio with a almost legendary looking card. Like, I actually think this Pokemon is a legendary by looking at this card. I give it an A. A really beautiful looking card. Starting us off with the Weather Trio, we have Tornadus. This is a boring looking card. I'm not a fan of it at all. I think the artwork is extremely flat. D. Thunderous does a huge amount to pull this back for the trio. B here. I think the colors, the blues versus the yellows and the purples, it's a way more dynamic card. I like it. And I'm moving Landorus 2 places forward for the trio. A really strong looking card. It actually also does look like a legendary, a different style of legendary. Powerful, the best of the three. A. Right, next up we have Reshiram. We get two cards for Reshiram, the SIR and the full art. Now let's start with the full art because I'm just not a fan of this card. I think this replication of the original black and white just didn't need to happen. I'm sure in person it will look really nice and one day I'll end up owning it maybe, but I give it a C. The SIR on the other hand is stunning. Just the little pops of pink and red, they just work so well with the white. I give it an S. This is a top tier card. Unbelievably good looking card. You know what? It's the same thing for Zekrom. That full art thing, just not a fan. C. But unfortunately, the SIR does not get an S. It actually gets the GOAT tier card. This is, in my opinion, the best looking card from the set. Very, very close to it was the Hydreigon and the Haxorus, and potentially the Chandelure. But for me, and potentially the Victini. Actually, there are some really damn good cards in this set. But yeah, this for me is the GOAT card from the era, or from the set. I think it's so strong. The lightning on it. This is definitely my chase card. I know, like, I chase a lot of the big cards, but this for me is, it's giving me like really strong, powerful vibes. I always had Zekrom as my card. I think this is insane. I think this is a really, really amazing looking card. And you know, they did Kyurem nearly as well as the other two, but just a little bit less. It's just an A tier. It's a really good looking card. I love the blues. I just don't think I love Kyurem that much, and it kind of puts me off the whole way he stands and stuff. I don't know, but for me, just not up there. I'm sure in person this card's gonna look amazing, but it gets an A tier. And Keldeo also gets an A tier. I love the blues. I love the oranges. I like the autumn feel of the card. I don't know how I feel about him just standing there. It kind of looks out of place. That's the only negative I have, but it gets an A tier. Really nice looking card, and I think it's actually probably my favorite of all three of the four of the Musketeers, if you want to call them that. And Meloetta takes one for the team. It says, not all of us legendaries can be S and A tier. I'm going for a meaty C tier because I want to humble us. And you know what? I respect that. Mid. But Genesec's not having it. He goes, no, I'm Mewtwo in disguise with the suit of armor. I'm coming back with an A tier. I want to look menacing. I want to look scary. I want to look like I'm on a mission, and he does that. Crazy looking card. And we finish off this very long list with two trainer cards. First up, I'm giving it a C. It's kind of like Ethan's Adventure. It just doesn't pull it off anywhere near as good. And then we have N, which is getting an A. I think this card is cool. I think they could have done more. The nostalgia in me from the games and that one scene where he's close up and all that, you know what I'm talking about, is hitting heartstrings. That's why it gets an A. And that brings us to the end of this massive list, guys. We've gone through every single big card from the new set. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't do big, long videos like this, but I really enjoyed it. It allowed me to kind of just chat, talk about Pokemon, and that's something I love doing. If you're here all the way to the end, I really appreciate it. Hit like and subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a comment down below. And until the next one, it's slightly different this time. Buy what you want, enjoy what you want, invest in what you want. The hobby's gonna go back to normal eventually. Sets like this are gonna be accessible eventually. Just don't be a sheep. Don't follow the crowd, and enjoy the hobby.